Welcome. Thanks for joining me this morning. This is episode 15 of the Sell More Printing webinar. This webinar is aimed at helping you grow your print business using today's best marketing tactics. I'm Rachel Neese. I am the marketing director here at Marketing Ideas for Printers. And in this episode, we're going to talk all about promotions. So sales and promotions, they're everywhere, right? And everyone's doing them. There's the flash sale. There's the BOGO sale, the buy one, get one. Then there's also summer sales and winter sales. And then my personal favorite, the big, the super, the ultra, the mega sales. So although I am not completely sure if mega is bigger than ultra, these types kind of remind me of all of those toilet paper memes going around. Like, which one is a better deal, right? Is it the regular, the mega, the super mega, the ultra? Yikes. Did you know they even have infographics and complete blog posts written on how to figure out how to do toilet paper math? The real question, though, is do sales and promotions work? And if so, how do you do them effectively? That's what we're going to look at today with 5 tips for effective sales and promotions. So first, we're going to start with that do they work question. Do sales and promotions work? Well, in 2018, consumers redeemed 2.84 billion coupons of 319 billion coupons distributed. Promotions triggered in-store purchases for 91% of shoppers, and 80% of shoppers would switch brands when offered a compelling promotion. That last one there is a big deal, because if you're not offering a compelling promotion, there's a good chance that your competitors are and trying to pull them over to them. But wait, there's more, as Billy Mays would say. 48% of shoppers surveyed say that a discount sped up their purchasing decision, and store owners with an active discount code are 8 times more likely to make a sale. So the verdict is in: promotions work. But the question becomes, how do you do them well so that they're worth all of the time and effort that you're going to put into them? Well, we'll look at those tips next. The first one is to select the right audience. With any promotion, right, the idea is to target the print buyers that have the best chance of becoming loyal customers. You don't want to spend your time on people that aren't going to buy your product anyway, no matter how hard you try. That's a waste of your time. So how do you know who the right audience is? Well, I would love to tell you that there's some formula out there that would make it easy for you just to quickly identify who your ideal target is. But in reality, it takes some good old-fashioned research, understanding your existing customers through things like customer surveys and follow-up calls, and actually just identifying the favorites. I put that favorites one on there for all of you introverts out there. Introverts don't really want to get on the phone and talk to other people a whole lot. So if that's the case, simply start with a list of your favorite customers and determine things like the size of the company, the type of business they are, how do they order printing from you, how do they pay for their printing, and then kind of work from there to see which, so you can seek out businesses like that. If in the future you ever use like a list provider and you're purchasing a list, that's a really good benchmark to start with, is by picking out those favorite customers and then searching for and matching those commonalities, those parameters of your favorite print buyers. The idea here is that once you know who is ordering printing from you and why, as in what pain point you're solving for your print buyer, you can tailor your promotions to hit the mark every time. That's what we're going for. The second one for effective promotions is to watch your language. As moms everywhere would say, the language you use matters, and the same is true for the wording you use in your promotions. Now, there are a gazillion articles on Google on the psychology of discounts, but I wanted to leave you with just a couple to get you thinking about this idea of watching your language. These ideas hopefully will just kind of help you remember when you go to write your next promotion to go, you know what, I'm gonna just hop online and see if it's better to write it this way or better to write it this way. So the first is this: some discounts actually do work better than others. So let's look at a couple of these. So is 20% off of $50 better than $10 off of $50? Or is getting 50% more better than 33% off? And the last one here is 20% off with an additional 20% off better than 40% off? Now, if you're good at math, I'm not, language is my thing, but if you're good at math, you've probably figured out that all of these equal out to the same amount of savings. But what you might not know is that the top versions of these work better. The thing is here is most consumers don't like to do math. They like to just go by their perception. And their perception is that these top discounts are a better deal than the bottom ones, even though it's the same amount of savings. Another thing to keep in mind here is that discounts will always seem relative to your print buyers. So for example, $10 off of $100 will be viewed as much less than $10 off of $20, even though they're still saving $10 across the board, right? But the discount seems much smaller in the first discount. So keep that in mind if you want to use a fixed dollar amount discount in your printing promotions. And remember that it's going to be harder. You're not going to have the pull on those print buyers that are spending a larger amount of money with a fixed discount compared to those who are purchasing a lower amount, right? And having and enjoying that same amount of savings. So just keep that in mind, that it's kind of relative for the consumer. The other one I want to mention under the watch your language is the wording you use in your promotion will impact how people perceive your discount. For example, the one on the left here that says let's use $10 again. So get $10 off is using a reward motivator, a reward motivation, while save $10 is playing more to the fear motivation, emphasizing avoiding a loss by acting on that discount. It's going to depend on your print buyers which one works the absolute best, but in general, studies will tell you that the reward motivation of getting $10 off typically motivates people to buy more even when other products aren't on sale. So keep that in mind as you're writing your print promotions. Number 3 here is to find your rhythm. Now, we already talked about hitting the right audience, the who of the promotion, but when you offer promotions can be just as important as the who you offer the promotion to. Here are some things to keep in mind with this one. When are your print buyers buying? If you notice an influx of sales around a particular time of the month or certain seasons of the year, that's the times where you're going to want to schedule your promotion. Studies will tell you that the best time to schedule promotions is the first or the last weeks of the month. Now, the thinking, it's not an exact science, but the thinking behind this is twofold. One is that people are experiencing the most financial pain at the end of the month, which is where your discount will be the most helpful, and it'll help alleviate that hurdle or the pain point of buying. If you think of this like a business to consumer model, your consumer at the first of the month has to pay their mortgage, they have to pay their utilities, they pay their phone bill, and as the month goes on, they're spending down their resources. So they get to the end of the month and they don't have as much resource to pull from, and that's where your discount will kind of help tip them over the edge because it helps alleviate that pain point of making that purchase right then. The other line of thinking in this is that most budgets begin the first of each month. So if you warm them up to the idea of buying the last week of the month, you have a good chance of tipping them over the edge because the money is on its way, right? The first of the month, it kind of replenishes their resources so they can decide to make that purchase. When you're thinking about the win, you want to create a plan to anticipate those ideal promotional times. We're in October right now as we're doing this webinar, and it's a great time to sit down with a yearly calendar and lay out the best times for promotions for the following year. So maybe it's around the holidays or the first of the year. Maybe it's best when you know you'll be slow and could use a boost to your sales. So maybe for you, you're slower in the summer and you need an extra boost of sales during the summer. Well, you do really well with a seasonal summer promotion then. So the whole idea here is to simply work ahead so that you can work backwards and figure out your timing. Use a scheduling tool, have everyone anticipate when those promotions are going to be, and then work backwards to give yourself enough time to really put the time and effort into making a great promotion instead of just, the last minute kind of thing. Flash sales kind of remind me of, oh, we didn't plan ahead, but we're gonna just have this flash sale real quick so we can throw a promotion out there and do it. I mean, sometimes those work and that's great, but just the idea here is making sure that you plan ahead to really do it well. One other key thing to remember here in planning specific promotions is this: avoid predictability. Promotions will work best for your print company when they play to the idea of limited availability and FOMO, or fear of missing out, if you're not familiar with that term. If you use discounts and promotions too frequently, or you're discounting your prices too deeply, it can make your print buyers more price conscious moving forward, and that's not what you want. You want them to buy from you because you offer a high quality product at a fair price and you do great work. So you could lose that impact of urgency because they're going to end up, your print buyers will just end up waiting for your next regularly scheduled discount if you're always doing them at the same time. Like, say you always put out a new promotion the first of the month. So keep that in mind. I am not talking about your regularly scheduled direct mail newsletter here. That consistency is good. And if you're incorporating sales into those newsletters, just keep in mind to run a promo less predictably, maybe every quarter or every 6 months or certain times of the year, not with every issue you put out. I'm talking your direct mail newsletter consistency is good. I'm talking about the kind of predictability where you walk away, if you're looking to buy something and you walk away because you just have that thought of, well, they'll always have that. The next promotion will be coming next month, so it's no big deal if I missed that one. When I was writing this up, a good example of this for me was my previous home internet provider. Keyword there is previous. But this internet provider, like, they would say, oh, you're going to pay this introductory rate for the next 3 months or whatever. But at the end of the 3 months, I always would set a reminder in my calendar to call them and just say, I live out in the country, your internet doesn't work great, I don't think I should be paying more than what is here, I still want your introductory rate. And they would just be like, oh yeah, no big deal, we'll just extend this, introductory pricing for the next 3 months or 6 months or whatever it was. I mean, and I did that for years, where I would set a reminder in my calendar to call and just have them change the pricing. The problem with that is that company really lost their credibility and integrity in my eyes as a consumer, because why are some people paying so much more? Some people are paying so much less. So you want to be mindful of those things when you're doing promotions to avoid predictability and keep your brand integrity and that offer, intact there. The next one, number 4, is to offer real value. So I'm going to keep going on this a little bit, but we talked about this before, but it's a pretty big deal for us here at Marketing Ideas for Printers that you're offering real value, and that you're built around that core value. We have a core value of integrity, that you're going to do what you say you're going to do. Promotions are meant to be a win-win for everyone, right? That means that your print buyer gets a quality product for a great price or an extra bonus, whatever that may be, and you get increased sales because of the added value you're offering to the print buyer. But if your sales promotion doesn't offer your print buyers any real value, then all of the targeted marketing and the limited time offers in the world really won't make your sales promotion a success. And what's worse is you're really going to harm your brand reputation in that and your integrity if you're not offering real value, if they can't take you at your word. Ask yourself what kind of offer your potential print buyers will find the most interesting, and then determine whether you can afford to give it to them. Maybe the hurdle is the free shipping, you know, for ordering online, that type of thing. If you can find one that's interesting to your print buyers and is successful for you, then that's your perfect sales promotion. That's what you're aiming for. Here are some examples of the types of discounts you could use to get you started, just to kind of help you get an idea of what will work best for your audience. The first one I want to mention is free shipping. I just mentioned it a minute ago, but try maybe focusing on gaining customers nationally with a free shipping incentive. The world has gotten much smaller. Your audience of local isn't right near your hometown anymore. You can reach out to people across the country with your online ordering capabilities. A lot of times the hurdle for that, for gaining new customers, is the shipping. Well, if you offer the promotion of the free shipping, you get to gain customers nationwide, and your new print buyers get to take advantage of free shipping. It's a win-win scenario. Just a side note here, I want to throw this in here, but this would be a great promotion to pair with the new national direct mail package that we have coming out. If you're not aware, we have created a new direct mail package, monthly direct mail package. We write it, design it, send you the artwork files, and you can send this one nationally. There's no zip code restrictions. So this would be a great one to send the mailer and then add your free shipping promotion to it to start building some more customers nationally for online printing. Another idea here is a BOGO sale, buy one, get one free. So instead of offering 50% off, you could opt for buy one, get one free. A good example of this would be buy 250 business cards, get 250 free. It's the same amount of savings as if you would have said get 50% off, but customers love to get or think they're getting something for free, so that's a good one. Dollar percentage off discounts, we talked about that earlier. Just be mindful of the language you're using, the reward or fear-based language. Another one here is quantity discounts. For example, purchase 4 items and get the 5th one free, or receive 15% off your $150 purchase. Those are considered quantity discounts. Another way to think of this is conditional discounts. Conditional discounts work great because they require your print buyer to buy so much of something and then they get a discount. So you win by their buying that certain amount, and the customer still gets to take advantage of that value. That works better sometimes than just doing, you get $50 off of whatever you buy, whether you spend $60 or $300. So keep that in mind with the quantity discounts. Another one is bundle discounts. This one would be something like save $50 when you purchase letterhead and matching envelopes. You're looking to partner, a few items together and then bundle if they buy all of them. Another idea is prepayment discounts. Now, you may think this one doesn't work great for printers, but I want you to hang with me a minute here and just dream a little bit with me about what this could be. Maybe you could offer a subscription service of some kind, or you could start a rewards program. Let's say that you started a rewards program like Amazon Prime, similar to that for whatever, $5 a month or $10 a month or whatever it is, you get free shipping on any order you purchase. Okay, that could be a prepayment discount where they pay the $9.99 per month, or you offer it for $80 if they prepay it annually. That helps. That's such a good idea. One, that it offers you more business, but they're going to continue to come back to you because they've paid for free shipping from this printer. So they'll continue to order from you. So keep that in mind. Another thing to think of with prepayment discounts is subscription services. What solutions do you offer that you could create a subscription out of? Could it be your design software or your private label websites that it is, a subscription service? There's some particulars and things you'd have to figure out with that, but it could be something that you could start dreaming about and thinking about how you could capitalize on a subscription service or do a prepayment discount for a rewards program of some kind. The last one I'll mention here is seasonal discounts. Are there products that you sell a lot of during certain times of the year? You could build your discounts and promotions around that. Okay, last one I'm coming around here is number 5. Lastly, don't forget to communicate with your team when running a promotion. I know this is such an easy thing, but it's something that seems to commonly be forgotten and can really shoot yourself in the foot if you don't do this. So nothing is worse than having a print buyer go place their order online and they don't have discount promo codes set up, or they call into your staff and your staff has no idea what promotion they're talking about, or simply that a promotion falls flat because no one on your team is talking about it. It's my philosophy that if you're running a promotion, any customer that calls into your print shop, your staff should be ending that conversation with something like, hey, have you heard about our current promotion? And they can't do that if they're not set up with the details of that promotion. So that's what this last step is about. Create a simple promotion outline that's sent to everyone on your team or posted in a common area. I will do this whenever we run a sales promotion here at Marketing Ideas for Printers. I just write this up and I will post it to we have like an online manual thing that everybody can, they can get the link and they can click in and see the details of all of the promotion. I'm going to run through this quick and just show you the different things that I feature on that sheet so you can get an idea of what you should be communicating to your team. So the first one is the what. I'm just going to throw a sample promotion in there, but you'll get the idea. So the focus of the Q4 sales promotion will be on the following. Then I would list the type of promotion. So let's say they save 10% on their first order if they create an account, okay? You're addressing the pain point. What pain points am I addressing? In this case, I want to address the pain point of them abandoning their shopping cart because they don't want to create an account. So I want to offer an incentive or a promotion to get them to get over that pain point. The next thing I'll include is the who. So this promotion will be marketed to the following audience. So for that one, it might be print buyers who are on your mailing list but haven't created an account. Print buyers who have abandoned their shopping cart. So you'll just kind of list who your target is for this promotion. And then I will typically post the master address list for the promo so that anybody can quickly see who this promotion was sent to if they're on that list. That seems to be helpful. The next one is when. This one's pretty easy. This promotion runs, let's say, October 1st through December 31st of 2019. And then I'll typically put something on there like sales can use their discretion to allow for special extended promotion when selling. Again, this comes with a lot of discretion because of my example I was talking about earlier. It needs to be consistent with your integrity, and it needs to be consistent so that you don't lose that sense of urgency because you just keep extending it out. So keep that in mind with that. Next, I'll feature the how. So this promotion will be marketed as follows. I always put date subject to change because things come up and you don't want to overwhelm your audience to the point where they want to unsubscribe or not follow you because you keep throwing stuff at them. But I will lay out things exactly what the person or the audience member is going to receive as a part of this promo. So the first one there might be, the date. Then it would say email 1. They received email 1, the introductory email, and the call to action on that email was to visit the landing page. Okay, then the next one might be, 2 weeks later, they received a direct mail postcard. And the call to action on that was also to visit a specific landing page. Then maybe you have a phone call. That phone call, the call to action on that was to get them to sign up for a demo of, your account or how to order printing from you, that kind of a thing. Anyway, you get the idea. So you're working through each of the pieces of that promotion. Then I'll also put the landing page. Where are all of my promotional pieces bringing the receiver to? A key thing I want you to remember about with landing pages are, can you just visit our website at Acme Printing? Yes, you can, but let's say you're trying to sell postcards. If you're trying to sell postcards and you just say visit acmeprintingusa.com and I come to your website and I land on your homepage, well, now I've got a gazillion options of things to click, things to read, how to get distracted. And what you're trying to do with a promotion is trying to narrow that path so that you bring them to a point of decision quickly with no distractions. So instead of putting your homepage, you want to put where they can start designing it. And maybe your call to action is start designing your postcard today. Okay, something like that, where you're narrowing that in. Or anyway, it could just be your product page of postcards. But the objective here is to eliminate as many other links, as many other distractions as possible so that they move to the point of decision of filling out that form or placing that order. That's the whole idea of doing an effective landing page. The last one here that I will include on my template is the campaign content itself. So the email, I will paste the link for the email or the direct mail postcard. I'll upload the files or the PDF version of the postcard. And I do this really for 2 reasons. One, if there's a member of our team that's on the phone and that customer says, oh, I never saw that email, or I don't know if I got that postcard. The content is right there. They can zip it off to the customer and send it to them. The other thing is just to keep the team informed. They can see exactly what your buyers are receiving and know how to respond and just be more informed when they're making those sales or having those sales conversations. This template here that I'm using, I will make this available to you as a Word doc or something that you can use for future promotions. I'll send that out tomorrow when I send the webinar recap that you can have. If you are watching this webinar months later as a recording on YouTube and you want access to this template, feel free to just send me an email, rachel.nies, N-I-E-S, at MI4P.com, and I'll get that for you that you can have that. Lastly, before I go, I want to leave you with one final thought from The Greatest Showman. I'm sure you're familiar with that movie, but I actually want to take a quote from P.T. Barnum himself of Barnum and Bailey Circus, but he says this: without promotion, something terrible happens. Nothing. I just love that. So if you need help getting a little boost to your sales, if you need help with marketing solutions that will help you promote your printing company, be sure to reach out. We want to help. It's our mission to help you succeed in selling more printing. So just feel free to reach out and let us help. For today, though, thanks for joining us for tips to help you sell more printing. Our next webinar will be Wednesday, November 13th, 2019 at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. If you have questions or comments, if you have ideas for things that you would like covered in the future, please just reach out to us. The number is 701-241-9204, or you can email me directly at rachel.nies@mi4p.com. Thanks so much for joining us, and I hope to see you here again in November.